इदं खोपनभिक्खवे दुःखं मरिय सत्यम् जातिपि दुःखा जरापि दुःखा व्याधिपि दुःखा मरणंपि दुःखम् अप्पियेहि संपयोगो दुःखो पियेहि विपयोगो दुःखो यं पिच्छं नो लभति तंपि दुःखम् संखित्तेन पञ्चुपादानखन्धा दुःखा इदं खोपन
Save, save, Sugi adanang pariharandu awagam jadu bajayadayaga adera hondu adya baja hondu aniga hondu sugi adanang pariharandu Suki adanam pariharandu Sabe sada Sabe bala Sabe Buddha Sabe Buddhala Sabe Adavana Arya Sabe Eliyo Sabe Purisa Sabe Ariya Sabe Anariya Sabe Deva Sabe Manusa Sabe Vini Maria Avera Hondu Avya Vaja Hondu Aniga Hondu Suki Adanam Pariharandu Dukkha Mujandu Yana Lada Sampadido Mavigajandu
Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Most venerable monks, respected elected officials, members of the media, and distinguished guests, good afternoon. On behalf of all Buddhist communities across Texas and Hangdao Vipassana Bhavana Center, I would like to warmly welcome you all to this press conference organized to share information about the Walk for Peace initiative. Walk for Peace is truly a historic undertaking, the first of its kind in the Western Hemisphere. In this remarkable journey, a group of venerable Buddhist monks, led by Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara, will embark on a 110 days, 2,300-mile pilgrimage on foot from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. In fact, we will be beginning from this exact location on October 26. The purpose of this walk is to promote national healing, unity, and compassion through the timeless teachings of the Buddha. First of all, I would like to throw some light on why we choose this venue to launch the Walk for Peace initiative. While it is true that Bhante Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara reside here, but that is not the primary reason. Let me give you two reasons. The first reason is that this is the location of the visionary $200 million Dhammacetiya project, which spans 14 acres of land and will feature 840 stupas, each inscribed with sacred Buddhist scriptures. The second reason is that in May of 2026, we will be receiving 4 sacred Buddha relics, which will be enshrined here at this monastery. So upon completion of this Dhammacetiya project and having as many as 4 Buddha relics, this site is said to become one of the most significant Buddhist pilgrimage sites outside of Asia. This monastery is going to be a beacon of peace and enlightenment for generations to come. I invite you all to take a tour of 3D model, which is situated on the back of the hall, before you leave today. We are deeply honored to have several venerable Buddhist monks with us today. With due respect, I would like to request Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara to introduce them when he speaks shortly. We are also joined by several distinguished elected officials. State Representative Salman Bhodani is here today with us. We are very grateful for your presence and support. Thank you. Several elected leaders who wish to join this press conference. Last but not the least, we wish to acknowledge our interfaith partners whose presence here today embodies the spirit of unity and mutual respect that the Walk for Peace stands for. Our main goal today is to engage with the media organization. We plan to keep today's press meet short and meaningful. We will share our official press release, followed by spiritual message from Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara. Then we will share the stage with the elected leaders, Salman Bhodani, and conclude the meet with question and answer session. Since this is the first of its kind event, we expect there may be many questions. We will do our best to address them all during the question and answer session. But at the same time, I would like to encourage you all to reach out to our designated media personnel if you have further questions. So now, let me invite Amanda to come forward and share the excerpts of the press release.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for being here with us on this very special day. Today, we are gathered here to announce a truly historical and spiritual journey, the Walk for Peace, a 2,300-mile pilgrimage from Fort Worth, Texas, to Washington, D.C., led by Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara and approximately 24 Buddhist monks. This walk will begin on October 26, 2025, and continue for 110 days. Its message is simple, yet profound. A message of national healing, unity, and compassion. The journey will begin right here at Undao Vipassana Bhavana Center, the future site of the most significant Buddhist project in the United States, the ancient sacred Buddhist scripture stupas, Dhamma Chettiya. The Walk for Peace follows an ancient Buddhist tradition. Monks dedicate their lives to preserve and share the teachings of the Buddha through renunciation, meditation, and compassionate services. In that same spirit, these monks will walk every mile in deep mindfulness, eating only one meal per day, and sleeping outdoors beneath trees. It is both a physical and spiritual discipline, a living expression of humility, endurance, and faith. But beyond its spiritual meaning, this walk carries a powerful civic message at a time when our nation faces challenges of divisions, mental health crisis, and conflict both at home abroad. The Walk for Peace reminds us that peace is not a destination. It is a daily practice. It begins within each of us and radiates outward to our families, our communities, and to the nation as a whole. Along the way, the monks would journey through 10 states, stopping at state capitals, historical landmarks, and local communities, sharing their message and inviting reflection and prayers. In recognition of this noble endeavor, the city of Austin has proclaimed November 6, 2025 as Austin Walk for Peace Day. This gesture reflects Austin's deep commitment to peace, inclusion, and interfaith understanding. We hope other cities along the route will join in this spirit, hosting local Walk for Peace gatherings and celebrating compassion, mindfulness, and community renewal. The pilgrimage will conclude on February 13th, 2026 in Washington, D.C., where participants will offer a message of healing and renewal, a symbolic reminder that peace, compassion, and moral courage form the true foundation of a harmonious society. Leaders from across Texas and the nation have extended their congratulations and support for this historical and spiritual journey, including Texas Governor Craig Abbott and the U.S. Congressman Mark Vesey. And we anticipate receiving more messages of support as the journey begins. Indeed, the Walk for Peace is more than a journey. It is a heartfelt offering, a call for Americans of all backgrounds to walk together in compassion, reflection, and hope for a better and more peaceful world. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Now, I would like to invite Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara to throw some light on the Walk for Peace initiative, as well as the project that he's undertaking here at this location.
Namo Buddhaya, respected Mahasangha, dear State Rev, for Chinese Thoman, and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, let me ask, is there any interfaith leaders sitting down there? No? Dear friends, brothers, and sisters in peace, today, we gather not only to speak about peace, but to walk it, to live it, and to share it with the world. The Walk for Peace is not a parade, not a protest, and not a ceremony of fame. It is a sacred journey, a journey of mindfulness, compassion, and merit making for all beings. A journey to bring blessings to countless lives in a world filled with uncertainty and restlessness. Every step we take is a step of prayer, a wish for healing, for kindness, for understanding among all people. We walk not for ourselves, but for the peace of every mother, every father, and every child who longs for safety and love. We walk for the world, a world that is yearning to remember its own goodness. From a spiritual standpoint, peace is not created by power or possessions. Peace begins when the heart learns to let go, to see clearly, to act with compassion. The Buddha taught that true peace arises when the mind is free from greed, anger, and delusion. But this truth belongs to all humanity, not only to Buddhists. For compassion and peace are languages that every faith, every culture, and every human heart can understand. When the monk walks silent under the wide open sky, we are not escaping the world, we are embracing it with gentleness. Each step is a silent offering. May all beings be well, may all hearts find peace. Along that way, people sees the monk walking quietly. They may stop for a moment, watch in silence, and feel something move gently inside their hearts. Perhaps they don't know why, but they feel calm. They feel connected. They feel inspired to be a little kinder today. That is the real meaning of Walk for Peace. It is a movement of love, of compassion, and a human of awakening. It reminds us that even in this world full of noise and division, peace is still possible, not because the world changes, but because we change. This journey is a prayer made visible, a long, humble pilgrimage to bring blessings to the people, to awaken hearts, and to remind humanity that the seed of peace is already within us all. So let us walk, not with hurry, but with awareness. Let us walk with open hearts, with respect for every life, every path, every fate. And may every footprint we leave behind bloom into flowers of peace, so that wherever these steps have touched the earth, there remains a quiet fragrance of loving kindness. May all beings be free from fear. May all beings live with love and understanding. And may every step we take bring light and harmony to this world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bante. Thank you so much. We have with us Texas State Representative Salman Bhodani. He got elected to Texas legislative in 2022, and the very first year, he worked so hard to pass 3 different bills that directly relates to the Buddhist community. And he played a key role for us to have been able to celebrate Vaisakha Day at the Texas State Capitol this year. And we have already started planning for the next year as well with his help. He has a resolution to hand it over to Bhikkhu Panyakara today. So I would like to ask him to come forward, address the gathering, and hand it over to Bhikkhu Panyakara. Please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Salman Bojani, and I have the privilege of representing House District 92, which is here in North Texas at the Texas Capitol. As Mr. Bhattacharya said, that I was elected in 2022. But before that, I've had a journey where I've ran for different positions as a city council member and as mayor pro tem. And I've received a lot of hate for just being a Muslim. And that's what made my journey into the religious freedom agenda that I have at the Texas Capitol. That a lot of people told me that since I'm Muslim, that I cannot be elected. A lot of people told me to go back to my country of Pakistan, that I don't belong in America because I'm not an American. And that's what made me realize that we talk about peace all the time, but peace is not passive. You really have to do something about it. And the way I did it is I told them about my faith, because what people fear what they don't know. If they're ignorant about some faith or some ethnicity, then they fear that this is going to come in and change my America, change my city, and make it worse. When I told them that my religion is what inspires me to serve humanity, my religion tells me that no one faith can do everything. It's all together. It's interfaith, and pluralism is so important for the whole society. And that's how, when I start to teach about that, they're like, okay, they're more open to it. And that phrase, love thy neighbor, is something that is repeated in every single religion, right? Whether it's a Bible or it's the Quran. And so I'll give you a little bit background about my Muslim faith. So in the Quran, it says that the God has created us into different tribes and nations so we can get to know one another, so we can form cooperative relationship with each other, and that we should work on what we have in common regardless of our differences. And that is exactly the work that I have tried to do in the Capitol, where Mr. Bhattacharya said that we celebrated Vesak at the Capitol. It was a historic day in May where the whole gallery in the Texas House of Representatives, on the House floor, the whole gallery was filled with monks and the people that came, the religious community. And it was such an amazing way to showcase our diversity in Texas, because I believe in a Texas where you can love God by any name, where all the religious practices and traditions should be celebrated, protected, and respected by all. And that is what I'm working hard towards. And this peace, Walk for Peace, is just another example of that. What a remarkable journey that the monks will be taking on starting next week. 113 some days. It's a lot of hard work. I actually climbed Mount Everest in 2023, and that was a 12-day trek, 8 days going up and 4 days going down. So I mean, these the monks are taking on a great initiative, and hopefully it inspires everybody else to think internally and have a conversation. Because what's happening in our country, in our state, is that if you are a different person, people don't want to have a conversation. People are afraid of having that conversation. If I'm a Democrat, Republicans don't want to talk to me. If I'm Muslims, other faith leaders may not want to talk to me. But that is what America is all about: accepting everybody and saying, together, united, we're stronger. And if we are dividing ourselves, we'll be weaker. And so I wish them best of luck. And again, I want to present this resolution from the state of Texas that commemorates this special occasion, that they will be taking this walk for 2,300 miles. And hopefully this is just beginning of several resolutions that the delegation will have, where people will recognize the amazing job that they're doing, and hopefully walk maybe, and I'll maybe try to join you as well. A lot of people may join as well in this walk and this journey. And I wish you all the best. I'd love to present this resolution to you.
Thank you so much, Representative Bodani. Now, let's move on to another agenda for today. We are very fortunate to have a message from Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He has sent that on mail this day before yesterday. So we are very glad to receive it. Now I'd like to ask Amanda to come forward and read his message to all of us.
This is a letter from Governor of Texas, Greg Abbott. Greetings. As Governor of Texas, I am proud to welcome you to the Walk of Peace pilgrimage. Our multinational culture has long been an essential element of the American experience. Among many of the diverse peoples who call America home are the Buddhists, who have for generations taken their place within the larger tapestry of American culture without abandoning the heritage of their homeland. Today, the Texas Buddhist community holds places of prominence in virtually every facet of public life, and this event provides an opportunity to commemorate their many achievements and to celebrate Buddhist culture. This special event brings the spiritual and patriotic journey to the Lone Star State, providing many chances to immerse oneself in Buddhist customs. I have full faith that those involved will develop a deeper appreciation of this kaleidoscopic culture. Further, the event brings together the cultural heritage of many Asian countries, enabling different communities to freely share their experiences and wisdom. The opportunity to learn from and connect with these esteemed individuals is priceless. And as you take this new profound knowledge with you, the positive impacts of this gathering will extend beyond this event. As Americans, we must celebrate our rich diversity while enforcing the bonds that unite us as one people, and the Walk of Peace pilgrimage stands as a tremendous means for this end. By enriching those spiritually and intellectually, this event will pave the way for a better, brighter future for Americans of all backgrounds. First Lady Cecilia Abbott joins me in wishing you a memorable, enjoyable event. Sincerely, Greg Abbott, Governor of Texas.
Thank you so much. We are very thankful to you, Governor Abbott. Thank you so much. Next, we have received a video message from US Congressman Mark Pesce, and I would like to ask Chen to play it. Thank you so much, Congressman Mark Pesce, for your message. Now, I would like to open the floor for question and answer. If you have any question from the media or anyone else, we will try to answer any of your questions. Any? Any question?
Hi, I hope everyone can hear me. My name is Marissa Green. I am the faith reporter with the Fort Worth Report, our office. We're your neighbors just down the street. And my question was to Representative Bojani. I was hoping if you could kind of expand on maybe just the climate in terms of division that the world is in, specifically maybe in our community in Fort Worth, Tarrant County, in Texas, and how might this walk of peace can kind of set an example to solutions or a way forward.
Yeah, thank you for that question. As I indicated, there's a lot of hatred towards people that are different right now in America. And unfortunately, it's coming from the current administration where anybody that doesn't look like a typical profile is being hated on because they're immigrant. They're not here, they're not born in America, or they don't follow the predominant religion in America. And I think this this walk and this initiative will show them that there's so much diversity in our state, in our country, and that people are resorting to peaceful measures of showcasing that diversity. Because it can sometimes be too much on your face when you go to somebody that doesn't want to engage with you. But this walk is a very peaceful, humble way of going through, actually physically through our country and meeting the different people that they will meet along the journey. And they will be eating food together, they'll be walking, they'll be enjoying. And I think America will learn about Buddhism from these monks. And Buddhism is, I've practiced Vipassana meditation. I went to a 10-day course in Kaufman. And Buddhism is not just for the devotees of Buddhism. It is also for everybody. Everybody can be a Buddhist. Everybody can exercise that inner peace. Because we go around life thinking that there is something outside that will benefit us, or once we get this car, or we get this person, or we get this thing, then we'll be happy. But Buddhism tells you that inner happiness is inside you, actual happiness. And that is where I feel like and I would love to be a fly on the wall, listening to the conversations that these monks will have throughout the country. Because they won't be converting people to Buddhism, but they will be spreading the message. And that will show America a different face of diversity. And what's happening right now is diversity is looked at as a negative connotation. In the Texas House of Representatives, unfortunately, we passed a bill that said that the DEI initiatives are not good in our schools. We should not look at a different person when we're admitting a student. We should look at a different person when we're admitting a teacher. But diversity is a strength. When you have a table full of people that are Buddhist, that are Christian, that are Jewish, that are Muslim, that are Hindus, I think it'll become a better nation because we will see we're not going to be blindsided by anything. So I hope that this walk becomes that way, and I will do my best to help them out as much as possible and to showcase that diversity. And I try to do that all the time, right? I'll give you an example. So I swore on the historic Quran when I took my oath of office for both sessions. And there was somebody that stole the Quran at the Capitol. I had placed it at the Capitol, at the chapel, where there's other religious texts as well. And so somebody came in and stole the Quran. And it was during the month of Ramadan, where Muslims go out of their way to help people. And so the DPS, Department of Public Safety, came to me and said, we know who stole it because there was a camera and we know the lady that stole the Quran. Do you want to press charges? And I said, absolutely not. My religion tells me to show compassion. Even to the people that hate me, we're supposed to show compassion. I think that's similar to Buddhism. Compassion and love is what we show to everybody, regardless of how they treat us. Because I think the Buddha once said that a lot of people come to you with their gifts, right? You can choose whether to accept that gift or not. And if somebody's bringing anger, frustration, hate to you as a gift, you can say, thank you very much, but I don't want to accept that gift. And so that is what I practiced as well that day. And I told DPS, let's not press start. I just want my Quran back. And so I'm so glad that she was able to bring the Quran back. But when she brought it back, she handed it to me and said, take this book. This has so many bad things about my faith. And I said, let me tell you something. Do you know how many times Jesus Christ is mentioned in the Quran? And she's like, why would Jesus Christ be mentioned in the Quran? And I said, it's mentioned more than 25 times. And the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, how many times is he mentioned? Only once. right? So, and I told her that I follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, and I follow the teachings of Buddha. I follow the teachings of so many different great people who have had great character. Forget about religion for a bit. Look at their character, and that's where I think I changed a little bit of a perspective. And that's, but each one of us needs to do that in our own individual capacity, right? A lot of people come to us with their own hate, especially when I talk to the Muslim community. Those of our Muslim women that wear hijab, they see discrimination all the time. But that's what America looks like. We have to accept that fact. So I tell them, stand up for who you are. Do not take the hijab off because you are being discriminated. In fact, take that opportunity to have a conversation and say how similar we are. That all faith traditions, what do they say? Spread love, spread humility, do good unto others, right? Do good deeds, and forget and forgive. That's what all religions say. So I think that's what I hope that this walk for peace symbolizes. But I said, let's make sure that each one of us is practicing that 365 days a year. Don't let these walk for peace only do the talking. You, and especially the youth that are here, right? You are integrating within the American youth fabric, and you are diverse. You are different, but that is why you're so beautiful. That's why you have such a great religion behind you. Never be ashamed of that, and be proudly displayed, and say, "Here, who I am, and I'm an American." Right? At the end, we are all American, and that's what America is all about: coming together with our own differences. So again, sorry for the long answer to your short question. Thank you.
Any other questions? Bhante, do you have anything to add?
I really want to this event to read the Trump administration have they choose one day for Buddha's Day. Is it possible? I don't know, because it's a Saint Patrick's Day there. Then why not Buddha's Day in America?
Well, that's a good question. And this journey also, that's one of our intention. But here today we have a special guest, which is State Rep. He already done that for us for Texas. So let's hear from him, see how we can do this together to get our Buddha Day as of May 15 for the United States Buddha Day.
So thank you, Bhante. So I filed a bill in my first session in 2023 that we should celebrate all the religious festivals and holidays for all different religions in our state of Texas. Because obviously I'm in the Texas state legislature, I cannot do anything for the United States. But like I said, I think there's somewhat of a resistance towards celebrating diverse practices in Texas right now. That's why I look forward to a day where that bill can be passed. So I filed, I think Neeraj talked about 3 bills that I filed. One was that you should allow kids when there's Vesak or any religious holiday like Eid and Diwali and Dashera and your Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, for all religious faith traditions, you should allow kids to not have to take exams. Because a lot of times when I go to celebrate Eid with my family, my kids tell me, oh, they have a star test, they have an end of course exam in school and they cannot go. And so we are not able to celebrate Eid as a family. So in my first session, I filed a bill that said not just for my faith, right? Because I'm not only fighting for my faith, but not only on Eid, but also on Vesak and other religious faith leaders, they should not be having to take a STAR test. And I'm so glad that that passed this last session. So that was really remarkable. But then the other 2 bills that I filed, one was making a state holiday for Vesak, for Diwali, Dashera, Eid, all those religious holidays, making a state holiday so that way state employees could be Buddhist, and they're having to work on their own religious holiday, right? So that's not right. But what they could do is they could work on Eid or some other day, and so it didn't add any budgetary issues. There was no financial thing attached to that, but again, it didn't get a hearing in the committee, or it didn't come on the House floor. The third bill that I'd filed was that, so when I got married to my wife 20 some years ago, I had to do it in front of a judge. I couldn't do it in front of, so I had a judge married legally by a judge, and then I got married in my mosque. And so I filed a bill that said all the religious traditions, they have their own way to get married in their own temples or mosques or synagogues and churches. So allow them to do that, because right now Christian ministers and Jewish rabbis get ordained in marriage in the state of Texas. But I was like, can we add more to it, right? Can we add Muslim imams? Can we add Buddhist monks? Can we add Hindu pandits? Can we add Sikh granthis? So I added all that, and that didn't pass. So that's why, I'll continue to work towards that. But I think what needs to happen is, like I said, it's very difficult for one person to do it. But if all of y'all talk to your state rep, talk to your state senator, and say, I would like to have Vesak as a state holiday, and it's a symbol, but it's a really strong symbol that shows that, hey, we are Americans and we are Buddhists also. And so we are celebrating both together by having that day and having our government recognize that. That is going to be a really special day. And I look forward next year, next session, for y'all to advocate for that bill. Because if you each advocate for that bill and say, let's work on that bill, I think there will be a change that will come. I hope. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a great answer, right? Anyone else? If there are no more questions, I want to share one interesting point that I got to learn from Bhikkhu Panyagara when we first talked about walk for peace. So when we were talking about walk for peace for the first time, we talked about division in our society and mental health crisis and other problem that we have in our society. And I don't know but they remember it or not. I mentioned to him that if we talk about division in our society, maybe it will be too negative of a talk. And what he said to me opened my eyes. So I want to share that to conclude today's program. So what he said is, in this house of prayer, we talk about only one kind of division, the division between the people who are at peace and a group of people who are not at peace. Those two different groups. So the people who are at peace with themselves, they radiate peace, compassion, love, all those positive things. But the people who are not at peace with themselves, it may be just the opposite, right? They may be full of hatred and senses of inciting violence or things like that, right? So through this walk for peace, we want to help that group of people to have their peace. But do you want to add something in towards this regard?
I already explained to you all regarding to peace, and I think that's more than enough to show for us to understand where peace come from, right? Who in here that doesn't want peace? Raise your hand. I don't think any of us don't want peace, right? All of us, not just us, but all the people in this world. So let us all join together to make this happen. And if you stay home, you can't walk with us, all I ask from you is just to pray. Put your thought towards our footstep, that we are walking for peace. And And that is how you support this journey. Can you do that? Yes? All right. Let us watch a short video for peace and then we will conclude. I heard that there's a question.
I actually have a question for the Sangha. Whoever can answer it, that would be great. This walk for peace will be extremely challenging, I'm sure, for all of you, mentally, physically, and emotionally. You may experience some pain, like all of us, young or old, and especially as we get older, we have some medical illnesses, we may have pain. Can you share with us your knowledge and your wisdom on how to cope with physical pain so that perhaps we can apply that at home, or for those of us who have any of the medical issues that we have to endure with? Thank you.
Okay, let me answer that question then. Because I'll be walking. Lung Pi, can you stand up with me? Can you come here with me? Aloka, would you like to join us? Aloka, come here. Actually, I want to show you Aloka is gonna walk with us as well, right? Are you gonna walk with us? Aloka will also walk in this journey. And he's my brother monk that walked with me in India. He's from Thailand. And he wear this robe for 12 years already. And if it's like worn out like this, and he just find a piece of fabric and then he sewed it back together. And he been wearing like this and walking barefoot like this for years already. And I was surprised when I saw him at the airport when he just arrived walking barefoot like this at the airport, at the DFW airport. And I asked him, they allow you to come like that? And so my journey in India, when my first walk, and I feel very painful, right? And I look at him walk just very peaceful. And then he just walked through rocks, gravel, and everything. And I was surprised, and I hold his feet and I look at it. Is this iron or what? And then so each and every step, my first day in India when I walk, and then like after 2 p.m. already, and we haven't stopped for lunch yet, and I was so hungry, so tired, and my feet was so swollen and it's very painful, very hurt, and my tears start to drop down, to cry, and then when I saw monks pass by, and then when I hold it, try to walk along with them, and they just push me out. And that is when I realized this is your first day of walking. You are walking for 112 days, and this is only your first day. And you could not handle this pain, then you have to go home. That's what they taught me. And then from there, I told myself, I talked to myself that I said, regardless, this body, I have owned it for so long already. I don't need it anymore. If I have to die here, I will die. But I have to finish this journey, regardless. And then from there, each and every step when I made, I be mindful with it. When it hurt, when it's pain, I just keep walking, put my thoughts, put my mind here in the breathing when I walk. So you be mindful with that. When you see that pain is coming, just acknowledge that, note it, and then come back here to your breath. That is what I practice and how I practice, how I overcome all that. And sometimes I failed. But again, I have to stand up and continue walking because I will never give up. And I hope that every one of us, just like State Ref Bojani already said, don't give up, keep doing it. Then we can make that happen. So at home, if you see the pain coming, it's hurtful, it's numb, whatsoever, right? Just pay attention to that and then acknowledge that without anger, without asking it or pushing it away. Just come back to your breath. Then it will go away by its own. Thank you. Okay, I think that is good, and thank you, State Ref Bojani. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot for us. It means a lot for this journey. And on behalf of our Huong Dao Buddhist Temple, and on behalf of our lady devotees, once again, thank you so much for all the work you have done for the Buddhist Society. And I hope that in state capital, we can meet again there, and you can walk with us for a little bit, and we'll see you later. Neeraj?
Thank you, Bante. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Salman bhai. Thank you so much for being here today.
So today we will have 2 Vietnamese monk will be coming tonight. And then there will be 6 Laos Sangha will also come in this journey. And so together we have about 18 to 20. When we reach to the state, each city, there will be monks there walking with us as well. And plus, you already heard, there are CDs that will be also walking with us when we cross to the border. That is a great journey. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, venerable monks that show and support. Oh, would you like to take a picture? We would like to take a group pictures first. Venerable monks, can we stand up here to take a pictures together? Bỏ bia tiếp trước. Dựa trên dựa đó. Đứng dựa trên dựa. Đứng.
Still